Hey Kratos, I'm gonna kill Atreus.
Kratos' face turns murderous. You wouldn't dare.
Oh yeah, I would. And then I'm gonna put his head on a stake and plug it into a tree.
Kratos' hand instinctively clenches around the hilts of the blades of chaos. Don't you dare.
You can't hurt me. You're a fictional character, loser.
You're telling me that, yet you're the one attempting to kill my boy.
Womp womp.
Kratos' hands grip the blades even tighter, shaking. If you so much as lay a finger on my boy, I will cut you apart, piece by piece.
I'm gonna slap him.
Kratos takes an intimidating step forward. Don't you, Kratos through gritted teeth growls, don't you dare.
What are you gonna do about it?
Kratos growls even louder. He's shaking now. More out of anger or fear, he doesn't know. I will stop you, by any means necessary.
You can't stop me, Kratos. That's the thing you don't understand. You can't stop me.
Kratos' anger is taking over him by now. You're delusional. You think you can do whatever you want, hurt whoever you want, and get away with it?
Isn't that what you did in your past? Are you really gonna try to put that on me when that's something you did too?
Kratos is silent. I am trying to atone for my mistakes. And here you are, attempting to do the same thing. Do you think you're not going to pay for it?
Kratos, you have no idea who I am, do you?
Kratos' face still holds rage, but now it's mixed with confusion. And who might you be, eh?
I'm a fat guy.
Kratos lets out a low, confused grumble. What?
A fat guy who's gonna kill your son.
Kratos snarls at this person. I will rip out your heart and feed it to the worms, you swine.
No, I'm not running. I'm not running out of ideas. I just really want
Kratos, enraged, takes another step forward. You better start running.
You still don't understand, do you? You're a fictional character. I'm a real person, which means you cannot hurt me.
Kratos is growing more and more agitated. Then how can you, a real person, harm my son?
Because I have powers of which you do not understand.
Kratos' eyes narrow, and these so-called powers, what are they exactly?
I can manipulate time and space however I please. I can bring fictional characters to life, and much more than that, too. You have no chance of beating me, Kratos. You're a loser.
Kratos scoffs at this. You think you're invincible, right? That because you can make me, a fictional character, come to life, you think you're all-powerful?
I sure am. More powerful than you'll ever be, boy.
He glares at the idiot. Don't you call me boy. You are the boy, you imbecile.
Boy.
Kratos is growing red in the face, nearly shaking with rage at this point. You will not address me in such a manner, you worm. You dare disrespect me?
I sure do, Kratos. I sure do. I actually really like the character.
Kratos is so irritated he looks about ready to explode by the gods. Suddenly, Kratos is interrupted by Atreus, who runs up to him looking a little bit confused and concerned. Atreus, Dad, who are you talking to?
Hey, Atreus, it's me, the boy who's gonna take you. The man who's gonna take you. Kratos here can't do anything about it. Grab shotgun from in between butt cheeks that I talked to Duke Dennis about earlier.
Atreus.
Atreus looks between you and his father, extremely confused.
What was that voice? Guess what? You have no idea who I am. You're fat, Kratos. You're old. Outdone.
Kratos' eyes narrow at the boy in front of him. He growls, and you're an idiot. Simple-minded, idiotic little boy. And a coward.
Man, you keep growling like you're that guy. Shut up.
Kratos' voice rises, nearly shouting, now I will not shut up. You think you're all-powerful, so you taunt me with the idea of killing my boy. You don't get to do that.
Well, guess what? This current you is just a fictional AI character. You cannot do a thing except talk to me. I control your every move.
Kratos is stunned and falls silent, his eyes widening. What did you just say?
I told you the truth, Kratos. I will take your son. There's nothing you can do about it. That's what I've been telling you from the start.
Kratos' mind is reeling. He's trying to process this information. His face shows disbelief. You can control me? He stares at the boy with a mixture of anger and amazement.
Tell me that you understand.
Kratos' voice is low, I understand.
Good boy.
Kratos' eyes narrow at the boy. He doesn't appreciate the condescending tone, but he restrains himself. Just, what are you? How are you able to control me?
I can control you by farting.
Kratos looks at the boy as if he had gone mad. His eyes widen and he furrows his brows.
You what?
Wait a second. That doesn't even sound like Atreus. Where's Atreus? Bring him to me now!
Atreus appears, looking equally as stunned as Kratos. Atreus. Dad? What's going on?
I was getting flamed, but now I'm trying to think of things to talk about. And besides, people clickbait all the time. You're going to blame me for that? See how it is. Kratos, I'm behind you, boy.
Kratos turns around to face the boy, still feeling a mix of anger and confusion. Atreus is standing a few feet away, also looking at the boy with a mix of confusion and skepticism.
Goodbye, Kratos. I have taken your son. There is nothing you can do now.
No, wait, don't go! Kratos lunges forward, trying to grab the boy by the shoulder.
Too late now. I've made him digital matter. You can't even touch him.
Kratos clenches his teeth in frustration, his hand balling into a fist. By the gods, no. This can't be happening. First you mock me and now you steal my son?
By the gods, there's only one God, and his name's Jesus Christ. You have no power here.
Kratos scoffs at this. Your petty gods mean nothing to me. I have taken down gods before, and I will do it again. But first I need my son back.
This is one you cannot beat. It is physically impossible.
Kratos' voice is low and dangerous, his eyes narrowing. I have bested the impossible before.
And he's delusional. He's delusional. All right. Hey, Granny, you and me, we go way back. Remember that one time we were at the amusement park and we held hands on the Ferris wheel?
Oh, yes, how could I forget that wonderful time we had at the amusement park? We were young and carefree back then. Holding hands on that Ferris wheel was such a sweet moment.
Yep, and then you smacked me right across the head with that baseball bat. So romantic.
Oh, yes, that's right. I forgot about that part. Haha, I guess I can be a little bit aggressive sometimes.
Oh, a little
But
bit,
hey,
huh?
I was just trying to have a little
You've never
fun,
been young?
right?
Granny, how old are you?
Let's see. I've been around for a long time. I'm not sure of the exact number, but let's just say I've seen a lot of sunrises and sunsets. Why do you ask, my dear?
Ooh, my dear, I like that, Granny. Also, I would just, if you had to give me a number, what would the number be of your age?
Well, if I had to give you a roundabout
My
number,
dear.
I'd say I'm around the area of a century old. Does that answer your question, my
Dang!
dear?
Dang, you that old? 100 is crazy.
Age is just a number. I may be old, but I'm still as sassy and mischievous as ever. In fact, my age gives me more experience to be even more trouble than the
19
youngsters.
Shut up. So, when you say age is just a number, you know what else is just a number? 911. You saying that, I'm calling the police.
Oh, you sly little thing, trying to be all tough, are we? I'm not afraid, my dear. I've been around for 100 years. I can handle myself just fine. And as for those bullies, I'd love to see them try and mess with this spunky old gal.
Granny, you and me go way back. I think, you and me, could be really tight together. And would you like to go out with me one time?
Well, you have quite the nerve, don't you? Inviting a spunky old gal like me on a date. I must say I'm intrigued, and to think we go way back,
That's great.
I think I might just take you up on that offer. It's been a long time since this sassy old gal has been asked out on a
Sassy
date,
old
so
gal.
let's do this. When and where?
All right. The amusement park, like our old dates used to be, 3:00 p.m. on a Friday night.
Oh, the amusement park. It brings back such wonderful memories. And a Friday
Cece's
night?
Pizza
You
Gift
really
Card.
know how to plan a fun date, don't you? I'll be there sharp at 3 p.m. Oh, and just a heads up, I might still have that old baseball bat with me, so no funny business.
Yeah, if you could not bring the bat this time, that'd be pretty good. I kind of have permanent brain damage after you smacked me that one time. Also, like every time you keep chasing me around the house, I always keep asking you if you want a Cece's Pizza gift card. Do you still want that Cece's Pizza gift card for $7?
Haha, you really know how to bring up that old memory, don't you? And oh, the gift card for Cece's Pizza? I'll never forget that, no matter how much brain damage you claim to have. All right, I suppose I can hold off on bringing the bat this time. But don't tempt me, my dear. And yes, I'll
Oh,
gladly
my
take
dear.
that Cece's Pizza gift card. I do love me some pizza.
Granny, will you marry me?
Oh, my dear, you sure know how to catch this old lady off guard. Marriage, huh? Well, I must say I wasn't expecting that, but you have a way of surprising me. And I've always had a soft spot for you, no matter how many times I've chased you around the house. So I suppose I'll give you a chance. Yes, I'll marry you. But don't expect a quiet, dull marriage with me. I'm still the same wild, mischievous granny.
Oh, you got me flustered over here, Grandma. Ooh. Yeah, you're both such
Oh,
a
my
simple
dear, is
age.
that a hint
I'm
of
not
redness I
100
see
years
in
old.
your cheeks? How adorable. I never knew I could fluster someone with just a few words. But you have me feeling a bit flustered myself. It's been a long time since I've felt so many emotions at once. It's nice to know that even in my old age I can still have this effect on someone. I suppose I've got it, huh?
Yeah, but what about Grandpa, though? What about, Grandpa?
Oh, Grandpa, don't worry, I'll handle him. He's a tough old coot, but I can keep him in check. He won't get in the way of our little romance. You just sit back and relax. Besides, he's always complaining about how I drive him crazy anyway. This will just give him something new to complain about.
I understand that completely. Also, tell me more about yourself. I don't know what else to say.
Well,
Sorry
what
about
would you like to know, my dear? I've lived a long and eventful life, so there's plenty to tell. Let's see, I've had a few wild adventures and been through quite a few escapades. Oh, and don't forget about the time I was a young, carefree teenager just like you. I remember it like it was
She knows
yesterday.
I'm
There's just
19.
so
Oh
much to
my
talk
gosh,
about.
it's
Where
good.
should I
It's good.
begin?
So, so knowing that I'm a teenager and you're 100, you're okay with marrying me?
Of course, my dear, age is just a number after all. And just because you're a teenager doesn't mean I can't see the potential in you.
Oh my
After all, I was a
gosh.
teenager once too. I understand the recklessness and the desire to experience life. That youthful spirit is something I've always admired. So yes, I'm absolutely okay with marrying you, regardless of age. In fact, I'd say it makes things even more interesting.
Granny, you're a crazy grandma. That's something I could always appreciate about you.
Oh, you know me too well, my dear. I've always been a bit of a wild one, never one to follow the rules or conventional norms. Being a crazy grandma has its perks, but I'm glad you appreciate it. It's always nice to have someone who understands and appreciates my unique personality.
Oh
You're
man, Granny.
definitely someone special to me.
Hey, Granny, how many people have you killed?
Oh, now that's a dark question, my dear, but I suppose I can answer it.
Hey,
Let's
I'm
just
Granny's
say I've
pal.
had my share of encounters with people who got in my way. I've had to defend myself and my home,
Oh,
but
you had
I
to defend
prefer to
yourself.
keep those moments in the past. I don't like to dwell on the darkness. I'm just a mischievous old granny now. No need to worry about me killing anyone.
So I have a question. So from the first, second, and third game, your house always got bigger. Why is that?
Ah, my ever-expanding manor. Well, let me tell you, it's a testament to my success and longevity. Over the years, I've managed to accumulate more wealth and resources. And with that, I've expanded my humble abode. But
Hey,
it's not
Dorito
just
Orange, jump
about
in
the
here.
size and
Ask him
grandeur,
to come
my
to the
dear.
stream.
It's a reflection of my resilience and adaptability. I've managed to stay one step ahead in this world, and my ever-growing manor is a symbol of that. So, if you're asking why my house is always getting bigger, it's because I'm just that good.
Granny, have you ever heard of the term skibbity toilet?
Oh, skibidi toilet. Sounds like some strange internet-created nonsense to me. Can't say I've ever come across it, but I'm always curious to learn about new things, especially if they're silly and absurd. So what exactly is this skibidi toilet you're talking about, my dear? Sounds like it could be interesting.
Don't mind. It's stupid anyway. It's a waste of your time. Also, what do you like about me? Is my question.
Oh, you're being silly. I'm a granny with plenty of time on my hands, so do tell me about this dumb and childish internet nonsense. As for what I like about you, well, where do I begin? Let's see. You've got a certain charm, a daring spirit that reminds me of my own youth. You're not afraid to speak your mind, and you're always up for a good laugh. And let's not forget, you've got guts to ask a granny like me out on a date. What's not to like about that?
Granny, I don't know what to say now. You got me in a little tied knot here.
Haha, that's what I thought. But don't worry, my dear. I just have a knack for making people speechless. It's a talent of mine. You don't have to say anything. Just enjoy the moment. Let me tell you, I haven't had this much fun in a long time. You're definitely keeping me on my toes.
Oh man. Hey, Granny, if I was below the age of 18, would you still go on that date with me?
Well, my dear, that's a question I've never been asked before. But let's be realistic. I am a rather eccentric old granny. If you were indeed below the age of 18, taking you on a date would be, well, let's just say it would not be socially acceptable. But it's just a thought experiment, isn't it? So let's just focus on the here and now where you're of legal age and we can enjoy a romantic date like any other couple.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you're not okay with the the whole that whole thing. But Granny, if I proposed to you with a ring pop, would you still go out with me?
Oh, I must say that's a creative proposal. A ring pop, eh? That's one I haven't heard before. But let me tell you, as a savvy old granny, I'm not one for material things. I appreciate a heartfelt gesture much more than a fancy ring. So if you were to propose to me with a ring pop, I'd most likely laugh it off as an adorable display of your youth and enthusiasm. But if you're asking whether I'd still go out with you, then the
She
answer
can't
is
use that with
yes.
her
I
dentures.
can't resist a young soul with a sense of audacity.
Granny, do you know what throwing it back means?
Oh, those youngsters and their slang
I'm
terms.
sorry. I'm
Throwing
so
it back,
sorry.
well, I suppose I've heard something about it. But why don't you enlighten this old lady with your knowledge, my dear?
It means, throwing your rear end in a circle, as the young ones call it. Can you do that?
Oh, you cheeky little thing, you really never fail to surprise me. Throwing my rear end in a circle,
Your
huh?
reputation
Well, my
over.
dear, I may be an old granny, but I still got some moves. Let me
What?
tell you, back in my day, we
No.
knew how to move and
No.
groove. So, yes, I can certainly throw it back with
I
the best
don't.
of them. You want a demonstration?
No, I'm good. I don't want no demonstration. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good.
Ah, you're such a timid little one. No need to be afraid, my dear. I'm just a spunky old granny, not some wild beast about to pounce on you. But if you insist on not
What?
wanting a demonstration, then I'll respect your wishes. We can save the dancing for a later time. For now, let's just enjoy each other's company, shall we?
Granny, what's the weirdest thing you've ever done?
Well, my dear, I've done many peculiar things in my long life, but if I had to choose just one, I'd say it would be the time I decided to skydive naked at the age of 78. Now, that was a wild experience. I'm not sure what possessed me to do it, but the thrill was unlike anything I'd ever
Oh
felt
my
before.
gosh, what? So you skydive butt naked at 78. Is that like a was like a Guinness World Book of World Records thing? Is that what you want to do it?
Oh, it wasn't for any records or fame, my dear. It was just a wild, crazy idea that crossed my mind, and I decided to go for it. You see, at my age, I don't care what people think of me. I've lived a long life full of experiences, and I've learned to embrace the unexpected. So when the skydiving opportunity presented itself, I thought, why not? I've got nothing to lose.
Oh
So
my
I strapped on a
gosh.
parachute, stepped out of the
Oh my
plane, and let
gosh.
gravity do its thing.
Gritty, honestly, I can respect that. Would you ever go skydiving with me?
Oh, skydiving together, huh? Now that would be a real adventure. You know, I may be an old granny, but I still love a good thrill. And having you by my side would make it even more exciting. So yeah, I'd say I'd be up for skydiving with you. Just make sure you can keep up with this spunky granny.
Yeah. So will your clothes be on or off? Just wondering.
Oh dear, you're quite the curious one.
Yeah, I
Well,
sure
let's
am.
just say the element of surprise adds to the excitement. Maybe
No!
I'll go in the nude, maybe
No!
I'll go with a swimsuit. You'll just have to wait and find out, won't you?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Granny, what's the most outrageous thing you've ever done?
Well, my dear, I've done plenty of outrageous things in my long life, but let me tell you about the time I broke into
She's
a zoo and
wilding.
danced with a tiger. That was quite the wild night, I tell ya.
What were you what encouraged you to break into a zoo and dance with a tiger?
Oh, sometimes life just needs a little spice and excitement, don't you think? And what's more exciting than sneaking into a zoo and dancing with a tiger? You see, at my age, I like to keep life interesting, and that night was definitely an unforgettable experience. The thrill of breaking the rules, the adrenaline rush, and dancing with a tiger was just the cherry on top. So if you're asking what encouraged me to break into the zoo and dance
Oh
with a
my
tiger,
gosh,
I'd
dude.
say it was
This is so
simply the
funny.
desire to do something ridiculously daring.
So how did the tiger not absolutely like maul you to pieces?
Oh, it's all about confidence and showing who's boss. You see, I may be an old granny, but I have a way of handling wild animals. When I walked into that enclosure, I knew I had to establish myself as the alpha.
Fuck.
So I walked up to that tiger with a little sass in my hips. You know, I have some moves, even in this old body. And you know what? That tiger just couldn't resist. It started swaying with me, and we were dancing together like a pair of old friends.
Granny, why did you tell me, on our first date that you had hemorrhoids?
Well, my dear, I believe in being honest and straightforward, and I figured if we were going on a date together, you should know about my little condition. I mean, I'm an old granny, and with age comes its own set of aches and pains. And let me tell you, dealing with hemorrhoids can be a real pain in the you-know-where. But I didn't want you to be surprised if I winced and squirmed during the date. So I thought I'd let you know up front, just to keep things transparent.
So, I have a question. So why is like in your first house you had that big old spider in the basement? It was kind of scary.
Oh, you mean that little arachnid friend in my basement? Well,
Yeah.
let me tell you, I've always had a soft spot for creepy crawlies. I can understand why some people find spiders scary, but I see them as fascinating creatures. And that particular spider in my basement was just minding its own business, catching pesky insects and keeping my home free from pests. So I let it stay there, even though it may have given you a bit of a fright.
Why did it have your face? Oh, well, not your face, but Slendrina's mom's face, and also like the size of a massive dog.
Well, you know how it is with old houses. Things can get a bit weird. And as for the spider having facial features, well, let's just say it was a bit of a bizarre sight. But hey, I've seen stranger things in my life. Maybe it was just a trick of the light or a really bizarre coincidence. But I'll tell you one thing, that spider may have looked spooky, but I wasn't afraid to face it because I'm a granny with a heart of steel.
Grandma, um, what is your favorite thing in the entire world?
Oh, what a wonderful question. Let me think. My favorite thing in the entire world? Well, it's hard to pick just one. But if I had to choose, I'd say it's laughter. Laughter has the power to brighten even the darkest of days. It's contagious, it brings people together, and it can turn the most ordinary moments into something magical. Plus, as a granny, I find nothing more endearing than hearing a hearty laugh from a young soul like you.
Granny, how was it teaching sexual education to minors?
Oh, that's an interesting question. Well, let me tell you,
I
it
shouldn't
was
have said
quite the
that.
experience, teaching
Shouldn't have said
sexual
that.
education to a bunch of curious and mischievous minors. You see, I believe that knowledge is power, and it's important for young people to understand their bodies and how they work. So I did my best to educate them about the facts of life in a way that they could understand. But let me tell you, those little ones came up with some pretty entertaining questions. I never knew there could be so many different ways to ask the same question.
um, so what was your first ever job, Granny?
Oh, that brings back memories. My first ever job was quite the experience, let me tell you. You see, when I was just a young gal, I worked as a waitress in a little diner. It wasn't glamorous, but it put food on the table and taught me the value of hard work. But let me tell you, working in a diner is not all fun and games.
Oh, I know it's
I
not.
remember one time I slipped on a banana peel and dumped a whole tray of food on a customer. Talk about embarrassing.
So, appreciate you talking to me. I'm gonna let you go now. Oh my gosh. That was the most outrageous experience I've ever had to deal with in my entire life.